Hi air signs, I have been trying to do your video for like the last 2 weeks now and I cannot get YouTube to stop crashing, so this is my third attempt at recording this video and I hope it sticks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to individually break down the signs and just do a quick one-by-one breakdown for you guys, okay? So let's start back at Gemini. Let's pull a couple cards for Gemini. So we do have the Knight of Wands here, Gemini. Somebody could have gone through an intense transformation, Phoenix rising from the ashes. We do have the Page of Swords here, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. I do feel like you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this could be you. I do feel like somebody's walking away from a situation. I do feel like somebody received the truth about a situation. Somebody, I do feel, is watching another person go through an intense transformation. This person could have been a little bit of a flirt, a little bit of a player, and this air sign here that is coming in as the Knight of Swords, I do feel like they are somebody who is watching this all happen. But I do feel like you are a little bit defensive, a little bit up in the air about the situation, literally up in the air. And I feel like this has you up in your head. Or this is you going through an intense transformation and you're kind of stepping more into your own element. I do feel like a truth is being revealed. If you are dealing with a fire sign here, I do feel like you are going to get the truth. I feel like you might have caused somebody to go through an intense transformation. You could have been walking away from a contract here, a connection, Three of Pentacles. I do see only one person on that card, so it's like whatever you were dealing with was not equal give and take. But you are holding on to it here with the Four of Pentacles. I'm not understanding. You're going from the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles, so it's like you knew about a contract, you were willing to work on it, you're holding on to the opportunity to do so, but it's like this other person's not walking towards you, they're walking away from you. So then you have the King of Swords here, so you might ultimately decide to cut this out. We do have the Hierophant that came up reversed here, so you could have children, it could have been a spiritual connection, but however, I don't necessarily feel that it's a spiritual connection. It could be, but I'm more seeing that this is kind of like a judgment call of being like, okay, there is no fulfillment here. There was a lesson in this. Whatever the lesson was is going to be completely individual, obviously for karmic reasons. I do feel like whoever was dealing with the situation, they had the key. They had the key inside of their own inner child, is what I'm hearing. Inner child. This has to do with your inner child. Somebody could have triggered your inner child and it caused you to walk away from a situation, or it caused somebody else to walk away from you because you triggered them so much. And it's like somebody's still holding on to this opportunity here. Somebody could also be a little bit greedy. We do have the Five of Swords, somebody feeling defeated, and then we have the Sun card in reverse. So this tells me that even though with this, it's like there was a battle with this, but somebody feels defeated and they're like looking up at the Hierophant and they're like, okay, like I conquered this. Like you could have been in a karmic cycle with somebody where it's just like it was like a very long ongoing process of karmic cycles with this person where it's like over and over and over again, and finally you've hit the point where it's like I'm defeated, or you know, I've conquered this situation. Either you feel defeated or you feel like you've conquered this situation. Whatever the case may be, I do feel like even though you don't see the light right now, it's coming, because even though the Sun is in reverse here, it is coming. Like even though you feel like you're being guarded by people, or people are watching you, or people are trying to take something away from you, when it comes to this connection, it's like you feel like people are trying to take it away from you. This is a wrap-up of a cycle. We do have the World card here, okay? So this is a wrap-up. So like whatever you're holding on to needs to be released so that this beauty can shine through, because it's like when you release this, this is when you're going to receive, like, it's like a Page of Pentacles here in reverse. So somebody, when you release this and you close out this chapter, there is going to be an opportunity, something stable or could lead to stability that somebody's trying to offer you, but I don't think that you're looking at it quite yet. Or this could be a new job opportunity, or this could be a new business partner. I do feel like this is an opportunity that's trying to be presented to you, but I don't know if you're going to see it. We do have the Three of Cups here. So this talks to me about celebration. This talks to me about stepping into your power, celebrating, like hanging out with your friends, going out with your friends. I don't necessarily see a third-party situation here, but I do feel like you are trying to get back to that place of celebrating, but it's like you're trying to overcome a Three of Swords situation. So you do feel like, see, we have double threes here. And the first time I tried to do your reading, Gemini, you had double sixes. So you went from 2 6s to 2 3s. I do feel like hold on, I'm getting something here. I do feel like you could have been hoping for an opportunity to have a relationship or a situationship or a friendship with somebody, but they just kind of played you. And by playing you feel defeated, or it made you feel defeated. You felt like your opportunity wasn't coming. It was a karmic wrap-up, but it left you with the Three of Swords here. You could be in a situation where you're a parent and you could have 3 kids, and you are maybe dealing with the other spouse or the other father or mother of the children, and this person could be spending your other person could be dealing with the kids, and you're kind of isolated, but it's your own. I don't want to say it's your own doing, but it's like you have to change your perspective on this, because there's a situation where somebody has to walk away because it's time. And somebody doesn't want to let that go. And it's like somebody's willing to cut out a situation that involves like 3 kids. And it's like, why? Like, you don't want to... And I feel like your kids are trying to make amends with you because they're heartbroken. Like, each one of them are heartbroken, and they're trying to make amends with you, but you're being the King of Swords about it. Or vice versa. Somebody's being the King of Swords about it. And they're not listening to their intuition because they're stuck on something that is very childlike or very immature when it comes to this connection or this contract. Maybe you had a soul contract with somebody and you had kids, and then the contract was up. Like, it was like you both had to go your separate ways because like some truths came out and there was a lot of fighting, and it was just like a wrap up. Like, it was time to wrap it up. And because this person isn't coming back around, you're kind of like, sorry, my throat chakra, it's like you are even putting out, like, I hate to say this, but it's like your kids are trying to reach out to you, but you're like blocking them because it's like you don't want anything to, like, it's like that's not what you want right now. So because it's not what you're seeking, you're not paying attention to what they're trying to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, this is a very sensitive message to some people, and I know, like, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but if this is your situation, like, your kids are trying to make things easier for you, and you're not seeing it because you're so focused on this connection that didn't work out. And I feel like this connection didn't work out because somebody had to go through a transformation, and the other person didn't. And this other person's like just waiting for their ships to come back in, but it's like, I don't think it is. Like, and I hate to say that, but it's like this other person's trying to move forward because like they're following their path, and this other person is like, you don't change. Like, people don't change. Like, I'm just saying, like, people don't change, but like that's not necessarily accurate. Like, people have to transform. It's kind of the nature of humanity here. But it's like somebody is so focused on a relationship not working out that they're not seeing that there's 3 family members, and I feel like children who are kind of caught in the middle of it, who are trying to bring the positivity into your life, who are trying to make things better, who are trying to make you feel more comforted, but it's just like you're not having it. And I don't know if it's because you're upset and you're heartbroken over the situation that happened with your spouse or your partner, but it really kind of irritates me because it's like your kids feel like they're left out in the cold. Not necessarily like they're not left out in the cold, but we have the Five of Pentacles here where they're in the house, like they're frustrated, they're feeling this, and they don't know how to help you, they don't know how to fix you. And honestly, it's not your kids' jobs to fix you, but it's like that's what children do, is they have a tendency to make everything, like they find a way to make everything seem like it's their fault because they're innocent. And it's like, oh, maybe if I wouldn't have done this, this wouldn't have happened. And it's like you have three people here, like maybe you have 3 daughters, or it's something like that, where you have like 3 people on the outside who are trying to offer you love, who are trying to offer you celebration, who are trying to offer you a new beginning. But then there's this 3 of Swords that kind of has its shield up, where it's blocking you from being open to even your own family trying to show you unconditional love, and it's kind of creating a barrier. And it's kind of making people feel like they're left out in the cold from you. Or vice versa. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. Let me get a best advice here for Gemini. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't know if this was going to come out. So, your best advice is the Lovers card. And this really talks to me about making a decision. Somebody has self-sabotaging energy and 5 of Cups. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I know that whatever's going on is very difficult, but it's like you have people right in front of you who are like really, really trying to help you. And whether it's your children or whether it's your family members, it's like by having this self-sabotaging energy and by having this 5 of Cups energy, it's making people like not know what to do. Like it's a ripple effect. Like you're not the only one who feels brokenhearted. Like your children feel this, your family feels this, every single person in this scenario feels it. So whatever message this is for somebody, like I'm so sorry for whatever situation that you're in, but you do have 3 people on the outside here, or even maybe not even 3, maybe 2 kids or 3 kids who are trying desperately to get you to get that passion back, to make you feel that unconditional love again. And it's like the minds of children are so pure that they don't understand. You know, they don't understand that you're upset because of the relationship. Like they think that it's them because it comes out in different ways. Best advice, best advice. So I really feel like you need to move forward and make a decision about this energy that you're carrying of the self-sabotaging and the 5 of Cups. I feel like you need to make a decision to move away from that, or to, you know, even go and get help for it if it's something on that degree. But it's like you have to make a decision here. And again, the Lovers is a Gemini card because we have the Magician here. So it's like you have the ability to manifest. So I really feel like as your advice is like to make a decision, move away from this energy of the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords, and begin to manifest something that's bright for your future. Begin to manifest something that leads to your emotional fulfillment, because I feel like whatever situation this was had to come to an end because it was toxic to begin with. And it's like there was a karmic contract, and the contract is up now, and it's time to move. This person needs to go through a transformation. You need to go through a transformation. So it's like it all needs to happen the way that it's meant to happen. But you also have like there's people involved here who are being severely affected by it that really need to be acknowledged. Gemini. So this is your best advice, is the Star. So happy times, making positive, optimistic, long-term plans, and getting on the right path. So, and that also talks to me about intense healing. So I really feel like, yeah, see, this is saying like, don't give up. Like we have the 9 of Fire here. So don't give up, protect what you've created, have courage and believe in yourself, because you're gonna get through this situation. Like you're going to get through the situation, because I do feel with the Sun card here and the World card here and this Page of Pentacles here, You have abundance, you have an opportunity, you have something stable right in front of you. But because of this situation up here with this fire sign, it's like kind of clouding your thought process here. It could be vice versa as well. But let's do Libra. Hopefully the video doesn't cut off. Libra. Libra, we have the Nine of Pence. We have the King of Wands in reverse. You could have walked away from a fire sign. You could have gone through a deep transformation. You could have seen somebody for their true colors. I do feel like you are stepping into a position of really taking care of yourself, really nurturing yourself, really having the abundance to take care of yourself, like really just living your best life. And this fire sign, I really feel like, is going up against, quote unquote, their own demons, so to speak. So if you are dealing with a fire sign, it's like here you are living happy, being happy, and this fire sign's like kind of in the dark. They're kind of going through an intense transformation. They don't really know how to handle it. And then you're over here like, oh, everything's fine. I mean, good for you, you know? Like, you can't let other people's, you know, stuff affect you on that level of taking away from who you are as a person. So we do have the Seven of Wands here, so somebody is a little bit defensive. I do feel like somebody's gone through a heavy battle. It's like this person's not ready to go through a deep transformation yet. This could be you or vice versa. I do feel like somebody is going to have a tower moment. I feel like this person is defending themselves against nobody. Like, I don't know who you're dealing with, but this person's gone through a lot in their past. So no matter what you try and say to them, it's like they're always defensive. They're always guarding themselves. They're always protecting themselves. Like they can't just relax and like let emotion flow. They can't just trust. They can't just let the process happen. We do have the Virgo energy here, the Hermit, coming up in reverse, where this tells me that somebody is going to take some time out for themselves. Somebody might need to walk away from a situation in order to find themselves. Somebody's doing a lot of soul searching and reflection when it comes to a connection. And it's kind of like, this really talks to me about you staying in your own energy while this is happening. Like, you stay in your own energy while this person soul searches, because this person really needs to find themselves. Because we have the Knight of Wands and then we have the Queen of Swords. So whoever you're dealing with, it's like they're gonna go soul searching, but this person's very fiery. The person that you're dealing with, this could be you or the person that you're dealing with, vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So while this fire sign is taking time out, whoever's in this King of Wands energy, while they're taking time out, it's like the person, either you or vice versa, is very passionate, very fiery, very on it. And with this Queen of Swords energy, you could be dealing with, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She's no joke. Like, she's chilling, like she's sitting down and she's chilling, but she's not afraid to cut you out. So whatever transformation this person's going through, it's like she's watching it all happen, and she's not letting it disturb her power or like knock her off of her throne, but she is watching it very carefully because she's not going to put up with any bullshit. I feel like this situation has required a lot of strength, and I do feel like with the Temperance card here, upright, there is some type of healing that is going on, and then with the Ace of Swords, there is some type of truth that is coming out. I feel like somebody might be seeking their own truth, their own inner truth, and by doing that, it's creating balance is what it needs to be. We do have the Hierophant here. So somebody has been very defensive over a connection, over anything that has to do with commitment, over anything that has to do with somebody getting close to them. It's like somebody really has an issue with trust and really has an issue with commitment because of their past. But whatever is here now, it's very spiritually ordained, and it's very, it has to do with your morals, and I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but somebody has to close out a cycle. And when the card fell, it fell like this. So this tells me that somebody hasn't quite yet closed out a cycle. Like, they're still in the process of doing it. They're still in the process of going through deep transformation. It might take 4 months. I don't know where that's coming from, but you still might have like 4 more months of this. But we do have a Two of Cups here, so there is love here. There is a fiery, passionate love that is here, and it's just a matter of like, it's, you know, getting on the same page with each other. And I do feel like with the Eight of Wands here, there is going to be communication between you and this person, or somebody's going to be receiving a spiritual download about this connection, where the person who's in hermit mode is going to find out, like, this is what I need to do, or this is what I need to move towards in order to fulfill this. We do have a Five of Cups energy, of course, on the board. Always seems to be making its way out this week. And we have the Nine of Swords. So this tells me that somebody has some sadness, somebody has some anxiety, they're not quite sure what to do, they're looking right up at the King of Wands and they're like, what do I do? We have the Queen of Cups here, which is like the emotion bringer. This is somebody who's very in tune with their emotion, who's the nurturer, who is the mother, who is very grounded, and they're very intuitive. And it's like this person just has a lot of anxiety, they have a lot of emotion to give you, and they're a little bit hesitant on it because of the sorrow, because of like what they're going through, because of like past commitment issues, whatever the case may be. They just need to close out a cycle in order to get to this. We do have the Devil card here. So you could have been dealing with something very toxic, or this person could have been dealing with something very toxic. Somebody could have been dealing with somebody who is a narcissist, or could have been in a series of relationships that was narcissistic. But I'm also feeling like you guys are going through a state of like having to put the work in order to do this, because like you guys are like chained together, and I don't know why it's pointing that out to me, but it's like they're emphasizing the chain, and it's like a chain of events, like, and you have to really hold your ground and make sure that as this person goes through this transformation, that it doesn't affect your energy, because it's important to keep your energy. But there's something that's hidden from you right now with the Moon card here, Piscean energy, and Cancerian energy here. There's something about this Moon card that is telling me that there's just something that's not being revealed yet. And I think it's supposed to be that way, because we're obviously not meant to know everything. I just saw 222 on the clock here. I saw 2222 as well. 33, 33, 44, 44. These are numbers that are like literally coming to me right now. You might see a lot of synchronicities when it has to do with this person. Yeah, they're not really giving me any more cards, so let's pull a best advice for Libra. So advice is to get yourself out of this Eight of Swords energy. I do feel like if you are sitting in that Eight of Swords energy, get yourself out of it. Seriously, like get yourself, like you have all that you need right now to make a decision. We do have the Tower at the top of the deck, so could be dealing with a Tower moment. But you do have, it's like you don't want to see something, you don't want to deal with something, you don't know what to do. But it's saying like come out of that energy, because like number one, Spirit's guiding you this whole way. Like Spirit's all over this board. And no matter what happens, it's going to be for the best. But you can do this, is what I'm hearing. Is like you can do this. So for your advice, we have the Knight of Fire. Talks about a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Sorry, I'm like knocking into my phone because all my cards just fell. And let's pull one more. Six of Water. Memory from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children romanticizing the past. So again, somebody could be dealing with a situation where it does have to do with their past. It does have to do with a connection that maybe they had children with. It does have to do with something in the past that affects their inner child here, or vice versa. Let's go ahead and get right into Aquarius, because I don't want this video to cut off. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. I feel like you guys are hung up right now. I feel like a tower moment's about to come too. And I feel like with this tower moment, I feel like it is preordained. I feel like it's meant to happen. We do have the judgment card here that wanted to present itself. Could be, oh my goodness, did you hear my throat chakra? So there's going to be some type of communication. We do have the hanged man here. It could be dealing with the Pisces. With this, it's like something is calling for you to change your perspective. You could be in a connection with somebody and it's like they're asking you to change your perspective. They're asking you to look at things from a different light. They're asking you to pay attention, is what I'm hearing, is pay attention. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. I do feel like with this hangman energy here, I do feel like you're comfortable. I feel like you're not in a place where you're uncomfortable. I feel like you're comfortable with what perception you're at now, and I feel like you're just kind of slowly trying to navigate it. We do have the Seven of Cups here, so you might have a lot of options that are being presented to you right now, but I'm seeing this more as being confused. I feel like somebody might offer you cups and it's like they give you all this emotion, all this abundance, like in their eyes, but to you it's like all the cups are the same, and it's kind of making you realize like what is it that I want, because all of these cups seem to be the same. And I feel like with that, it's almost like you're looking at all these opportunities. You could be dealing with a couple people who are trying to offer you emotion, but it's like every single person who's trying to offer you cups, it's like all the same. And it's like whatever you're dealing with, there's a situation that you're currently dealing with in a relationship or not, but they're asking you to change your perspective on it. So I don't know if you're dealing with a couple different people or if this person just offers you a bunch of different stuff, but they're asking you to just look at it from a different perception. So somebody is going through healing. We do have Temperance here, could be dealing with a Sagittarius, and we do have the Three of Swords. So somebody, it's like Spirit is trying to help you balance out a situation that left you brokenhearted or hurt you or hurt them, vice versa. It's we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So again, what goes up must come down is what I'm hearing. And it's like working through the kinks of things. I'm not sure what that means. But I'm seeing here with the Three of Swords, it's like somebody, I feel like this hang up here, the spiritual hang up, has to do with this Three of Swords, because something might have happened that caused you to kind of, that's why I think you're comfortable in this position, because I think you're healing. Like, I think you're in the process of healing and changing your perception on something. And if you're dealing with one person in specific, I feel like this has to do with the heart chakra. Sorry, I was just pulled to check my my heart rate for some reason. Could be dealing with somebody who might have some issues with their heart, or maybe they have they make your heart race or something. But I was just pulled to like check my pulse, and I don't know what that is in reference to. Aquarius. Oh my goodness, I cannot keep these cards in my hands. Maybe that's how you guys feel. But I feel like you're very comfortable in this position of being in the hangman position. Could be dealing with a Pisces. You might have a decision that you need to make. You could be dealing with... You could be about to be confronted with a situation where you're going to have to make a decision. Like, it's like right on the cusp. Because if you stay in this hangman position for too long, something's going to present itself where it's like you're going to get cut down, because you're comfortable, like you're just sitting in this hangman position right now because you're looking, you're observing, you're trying to heal, you're trying to figure out what it is that you really want. But just be careful, because I feel like you're racing time, and I don't know what that is, but I feel like you're racing time before that rope breaks. I'm not sure what that means. It's like whatever is holding you up right now in this hangman position, it's like it's a time limit. We do have the King of Cups here on the board upright. So again, could be dealing with a Piscean energy. Strong Pisces under both things. And again, we had the Two of Swords here that wanted to pop out. So this is a decision, and it's like you have some options here, and you're going to have to make a decision. It does stir up your emotions, but it's something that you don't want to look at right now. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Do I want fire or do I want water? And it's like the swords, one's pointing at Temperance and one is pointing at the Hangman, Piscean energy. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius and a Pisces. And it's like, what do I want? And your emotions are really, really high right now. And again, when you're making decisions based on high emotion, it doesn't really, I don't know if I would do that, because if you're highly emotional, you can't really rationally think. So you want to make sure that you balance out your emotions and your logic and really come to a rational plane before you make this decision. Because I feel like no matter what the case is, your emotions are going to be stirred up, but it's being able to find a balance between them, Aquarius. Finding a balance between the emotions. You guys are the water bearers. You know, like, we do have the Empress card here that wanted to pop out. So this talks to me about really stepping into your power and really sitting comfortable. Like, this is somebody who has it all, like, who's beautiful, who is intuitive, who is connected, who is down to earth, somebody who knows how to close out cycles, somebody who knows how to heal themselves, somebody who knows how to move forward. And I feel like you really need to step back into that Empress energy when it comes to filling up this and healing this situation. We do have some self-sabotaging energy here that keeps popping out and popping up in my mind. Whatever the case may be with this self-sabotage, I'm not quite sure. But it's like, just make sure that you're not self-sabotaging something that is making you happy. Like, watch your words. I'm hearing watch your words. We do have the Moon card again, okay? There's something that is hidden, and it has to do with that heartbreak. It has to do with what hurt you. I don't think it is revealed yet, but again, in this Empress energy, you're looking right at it. You're looking right at it, and it's going to be revealed. We do have the Hermit upright, so this tells me that something is going to illuminate this. Could be Virgo energy here. You could be stepping into the Hermit energy. But something is going to reveal this moon. I'm getting chills, like psychic chills all over my body right now. Whatever it is centered around this Three of Swords. And it's about to be illuminated. Like, there's something that's going to come out that's going to help you make this decision. And it's going to cause you to, it's gonna be like a catalyst. Somebody could be coming back from your past to offer you healing. So we do have the Six of Cups and the Star card here. This is Aquarius. So here you are, right up here in your read, you know? And this is like talking to me about healing a situation from the past, healing and mending, you know, a friendship or a connection, or somebody coming forth to offer an apology. It's somebody that you're very fond of at heart, but just be careful, because if somebody did you wrong, if somebody broke your heart, make sure that you're not the one that's apologizing. I'm not sure what that's about. Because, like, if you, like, obviously take responsibility for whatever your part was, but don't apologize for somebody else's bad behavior. Like, allow them to, like, let them be the ones that come towards you in order to apologize. Like, because if they were the ones who broke your heart, like, you didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if they broke your heart, then, like, they need to apologize. We do have the Chariot. So this talks to me about movement, strong movement. Something's moving, something's going, something's coming. And then we have the Magician here. So manifestation, you having all of the tools in order to do what it is that you need to do to find your happiness, to manifest your happiness. Somebody's very divinely connected. Somebody's very, very close with spirit too. And we do have somebody who might be lingering on the outside who watches you. But I do feel like you're going to have a decision that you're going to have to make when it comes to this certain situation. Just be careful, though, because I feel like whatever it is that you're observing or you're watching that you need to change your perspective on or gain a new perspective on when it comes to maybe a water sign or a fire sign, just be very careful, because I feel like there's something that has to do with time. And I don't know if you've been, like, procrastinating or not, but I don't think that you should be procrastinating for too much longer, or else you're gonna get a tower moment, because I feel a tower moment. It's like it's right around the corner. So I feel like somebody needs to, I feel like with this full moon, I feel like something will come out through this full moon, but just don't procrastinate and keep people hung up in a situation if you don't have to. So your best advice is King of Water. We have 2 King of Cups energies here on the board. So very, very, very strong Piscean energy here. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. So definitely during this time frame, as your advice, maybe give back to other people. Maybe open your heart more to more like unconditional love of all aspects of things. We have the 8 of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic and going back to school. So this is all your best advice. So stay busy, stay doing what you love to do. If you're going back to school, study, like make sure that you put that time into what it is that you're working on. And then we have the 7 of Fire here that almost flew out of my hand. Defending your beliefs and decisions, standing your ground, choosing your battles wisely. So making sure that you stand in your power, and whatever decision you make, making sure that you're confident in those decisions. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you guys. But thank you guys for being so patient with the readings. I hope you guys enjoyed the readings. Yeah, and I'll be back soon, hopefully with no technology issues. But thank you guys again. I love you so much, and take care.